Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So over the past few days, so many articles were released that touched upon capacity in the trucking industry, and to be quite frank, they baffled me. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think after hearing this video, because I have my own theories, but I might be completely off, and I'm really interested in the opinion of other industry professionals. So let's go ahead and chat about it. Ready? Let's go! We all know that regardless of whether you're working on the contract market or on the spot market, or maybe a little bit of both, the rates you're seeing currently can be boiled down to one simple thing: free market supply and demand. And since 2022, we have seen how an imbalance in supply and demand can create a huge mess. Now, regardless of why carriers are agreeing to haul for lower rates, whether it's a lack of knowledge of their cost per mile, or maybe this carrier just has a lower cost per mile and can't afford it, or plain panic, the low rates are really a symptom of the fact that shippers and brokers have kind of the pick of the litter when it comes to trucks. Now, I would think, and I'm sure many of you would think, that in a market like this, where costs are high and rates are ridiculously low at the moment, industry professionals would be looking for ways to cut their own costs. But that is not what's really happening, or is it? According to FreightWaves, and I quote, "Truck transportation jobs in March grew by the second largest amount in the 15-month period starting in 2023. That has seen jobs in the sector decline overall, according to the monthly report by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The increase of 5,100 jobs also comes with a revision of the February report on truck transportation jobs that lifted the month's total by 2,600 jobs. Additionally, there was a revision for January, and it was an increase of 1,100 jobs from the most recent estimate. With those 3 months of rising numbers, truck transportation jobs in March were 15,800 more than reported in August of last year." Now, this shocked me when I first read it, and I was glad to read that I was not the only one who was surprised. David Spencer, who is the VP of Market Intelligence at Arrive Logistics, said, "The increase in March is somewhat baffling, but the steady growth over the last 2 quarters indicates that carriers and fleets are making investments in drivers ahead of a potential flip. Lower equipment prices, some relief at the pumps, and a somewhat active spot market early in Q1 may be what is enabling fleets to feel comfortable with these additions." Now, I agree with the shock. I don't really agree with the rest of it or the reasoning for the job spike. And I will explain in a minute. See, if these companies were actually expanding their fleets, we would probably see the amount of truck orders also increase as they try to replenish their fleets to make sure they're not operating older equipment that's going to cost them more in maintenance, but the opposite is happening. According to FreightWaves, orders for Class 8 trucks were down in March, according to the 2 key agencies that supply that data. ACT Research shows that Class 8 net orders were 17,300 units in March, down 10,400 units from February, and down 8.7% from a year ago. Meanwhile, FTR Transportation Intelligence reported a net order figure of 18,200 Class 8 vehicles last month. FTR said that it's down 34% from its February figure and 4% from March 2023. Now, FTR is stating that this is in line with seasonal expectations, but the reality is that the job numbers are increasing while equipment orders are not. I also know for a fact that dealerships are having a very hard time with their equipment sales. Over the past week, I have received multiple emails from Velocity Truck Centers, which is where we always bought our new trucks, and they always had a ridiculously long waiting list. And this is the email I got. I'm going to attach it right here. Units available: Freightliner 2025, DD15, DT12, 505 horsepower, 240 fuel tank, 2.85 ratio, no waiting, 0 easy finance. financing available. Now, what does this tell me? Well, this shows me that someone or a few people ordered these 5 units and then declined to take delivery for them. So now the dealership is stuck trying to sell these 5 brand new trucks. The reality is, and of course I'm not speaking for every single carrier out there, but the majority of carriers right now are not in a good position to expand. The interest rates are sky high, the new truck prices are still up there. So this whole idea of carriers are preparing for a market flip and therefore are hiring more drivers and expanding their fleets, in my opinion, is nonsense. So what do I think is happening? And this is just a theory. I think that the majority of carriers in the United States, big or small, have equipment payments. They operate on debt, myself included, and parking those trucks is an issue because that sitting truck will bring you $0 in income, but will cost you the monthly payment plus physical damage plus liability insurance, and that's at a minimum. Now, considering the fact that the independent contractor law is in full swing, I think that many carriers were faced with empty trucks and they had a choice. Either sell the trucks in a bad market, take a hit and reduce your fleet size, or hire people to drive the trucks and cover the cost of the equipment plus the insurance payments and maybe possibly somehow bring a profit. Now, from everybody I have talked to in this industry in the past 6 months, I know that not a single person wanted to get rid of their equipment. They wanted to be there for better times, and they fully understand that if they were to sell a financed truck right now, they would take a hit, especially if they bought that truck in 2021 when the truck prices were ridiculously high. So my theory is that even though March job numbers are significantly up, capacity is actually not increasing to the point one would think. It's just carriers trying to put people into their existing equipment in order not to have to sell and take a huge hit. But this is just my opinion, so I'm very curious to hear what you guys think. Anyway, that's just a piece of news I wanted to share with you guys and share my thoughts on it. Wishing you all a fantastic week ahead. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep learning. See you in the next video.